I'm now going to cover the topic of you received the Sky Plus box, you've unpacked it from its packaging, and you now want to install it in your house. I'll presume at this stage that the Sky dish has been correctly installed outside and you've run the satellite cables inside. So there's a total of 4 connections that will need to be made to the back of your Sky Plus box. I'll just turn over the Sky box so you can see. The 4 cables that will need to be connected is a SCART lead, whose purpose is to connect the satellite or the Sky box into your television. You'll need 2 feeds from the satellite dish, and you'll also need a power lead. Okay. So the first thing I will do is I will connect the F connectors onto the feeds into the satellite dish. Now, of the 2 different feeds that's going into the Sky Plus box, the most important is the one that is marked input 1. And the reason I say this is that if input 1, if a single cable is fed into a Sky Plus box, input 1 will allow the Sky Plus box to work. It'll allow you to record and freeze live television, to rewind television, but what it'll be eventually doing, and why input 2 is essential, is that input 2 is what allows you to look at one program and record another, and things like Sirius Link and that will not work without input 2 being connected to your box. Next I'll come along and I will insert the power lead. So the power lead goes in, there's no ability to insert it in the wrong position. We simply here insert it into the power section. And finally the SCART lead. There's 2 slots in which the SCART lead can go. One is marked VCR and the other is marked TV. It's best to connect it to the one that's marked TV SCART. Now in some boxes it's the top slot, on other boxes it's the bottom one. In most boxes it'll probably be the bottom slot. So we come along, we get our SCART lead and we insert it in. Now the advantage of connecting to the TV one is that when the Sky box is turned on, the TV is an active link, a SCART link to the television. So it'll actually send a signal directly from the Sky Plus box into the television, telling it to flick over to the corresponding AV channel, and this can be quite convenient. It just means that when you turn on the Sky box, the television will automatically flick to the Sky channel. So we look in the front of the box here now, we have a red light here. Now it's loading new software into the box after we've powered it up, so it could take it up to a minute for the new software to be loaded in, and at this point we should be able to turn on the box. So we test this by pressing the power button and seeing does it turn to a green light position. And in this case here we can see I just have to push the SCART lead in slightly tighter into the box, and initially it will come along and it will say to us it's loading new software, okay? Or it'll actually flick over to the proper channel. By default, it'll always come up with channel 998. If you just want to check the signal strength that you're receiving, you hit the services button on your Sky Plus remote, hit option number 4, which is system setup, and then option number 6, which is signal test. And you can see here we have the date and the time, and we can see that we have signal strength and signal quality. Both are well over 60-70%, and indeed the signal quality is up around 90%, and the lock indicator is okay. If it wasn't properly locked, it would say not locked at this point in time. So we'll have input 1 and input 2, and that's basically it. If we back up our process now and come along and hit 101, we can see that the Sky Plus box is operating correctly, and things like the record facilities, all the rest of it, the card has to be specifically paired to that box, and that may require a phone call to Sky. And in general, the phone number that you'd ring there is 0818 719 819. That's a customer service number, and what you would do on the phone is they would ask you for the card number and the box number, to pair the 2 together, to turn on the box, and it works perfectly in that manner. The one thing to consider is that if you're not using if not paying a Sky Plus subscription, the Sky Plus facilities will not be available to you. Anyway, that's in full the installation of a Sky Plus box from the packaging right to the point where it's fully installed.